Hello, my name is Francesca Massey and I'm the Director of Music and Organist at Rochester Cathedral. Welcome to this masterclass on composing for the organ, presented by JAM. I would like to talk to you about how the organ works and how to compose for it. This masterclass is part of an education series presented by JAM, enabling composers to write and perform new music. Please visit jamconcert.org for more information on how to participate in this free composition course and to discover new upcoming projects at JAM. If you come with me now, we'll be able to discover more of the delights that await us. We're here now in the organ loft at Rochester Cathedral. This organ has 4 different keyboards called manuals, a pedal board and loads of stops, which are these white knobs here. Every noise made by the organ is created by air blowing through a pipe of varying sizes and materials. A large cathedral organ such as this one might have around 5,000 pipes in total, with a range of 4 octaves below middle C to around 5 octaves above middle C. They range in size from around 32 feet to the smallest, even like a very small pencil. The sounding of the pipes is controlled by pulling out the individual stops. So these can either be pulled out by hand, or they can be pulled out by pressing these buttons here, which are called pistons. If you look at the stops over here, I'll press the buttons and you will see them changing and gradually coming out. Each stop belongs to a specific manual on which it will sound. So for instance, this stop here will sound on this manual, whereas this stop over here will sound on the manual below. Each group of stops that is played on the same manual is sometimes called a division. And it's quite usual to have each division or each compartment of stops located in a slightly different place in the building. So the organ sound will effectively come from different directions. I will play a little bit on each of the manuals and see if you can hear the different directions from which the organ is coming. So using the full resources of the organ will therefore lead to an orally more stimulating experience for the listener. So on a 4-manual organ, you will usually have these manuals. The top manual is called the solo manual, and that's because most of the stops on that manual will be used as solo voices. This manual here is called the swell, and that's because it has the swell pedal, which opens the shutters to allow the sound in and to shut the sound behind the box, which will make it quieter and louder, as we showed earlier. The manual below is the grate, and this is the main hub, for which the main go-to manual for the organist. It also has the advantage of having most of the louder stops and having things called couplers, which are devices whereby you can draw a stop from one division and transfer it to the grate. So this enables you to, rather than treat the organ as 4 or 5 different instruments, to actually bring it all together into one large instrument. So for instance, you can send a stop from the swell here and send it via the swell to grate to play down on the grate manual. And then you can supplement it with the grate stops. So in this way, you can send stops from all over the organ to the central hub of the grate. And the bottom manual is called the choir. Sometimes the choir manual is enclosed and sometimes it's unenclosed. That's to say it has a swell box or it doesn't. Sometimes when it's not in a swell box, it's known as a positive, and this has some bright sounds, some very sort of continental sounds.